Welcome to the PAC Football Report for October 5th, 2024. I'm Joe Onderko. This week we will take a quick look back at last week's football action in the President's Athletic Conference, while also previewing Week 5 games this Saturday. 4 PAC teams remain undefeated through 4 weeks. In a battle of unbeaten national powers, Carnegie Mellon is 4-0 after the Tartans overcame a 19-point halftime deficit to edge Washington and Jefferson 30-27 in overtime. Case Western Reserve joined CMU at 4-0 by rolling past Geneva 56-14. Defending champion Grove City and Westminster each improved to 3-0 with impressive wins, as the Wolverines blasted Allegheny 58-7 and the Titans swept past Teal 58-6. Finally, Waynesburg earned its first win of 2024 with a 21-7 road win at St. Vincent. Bethany had the Week 3 bye. PAC Player of the Week honors in Week 4 went to CMU sophomore wideout Reese Kolke on offense with 162 receiving yards and 3 TDs, including the game winner in overtime at W&J. Grove City junior linebacker Caleb Brubaker on defense with 6 tackles and a 26-yard pick 6 versus Allegheny. And senior safety Bryce Butler of Westminster on special teams with a 64-yard punt return TD at Teal. Top newcomer was Case first-year running back Andy Kavchik with 6 carries for 79 yards and 2 TDs at Geneva. Week 5 again features 5 league matchups, while Teal is off this Saturday. The top matchup features another battle of league powers, as 3-1 Washington and Jefferson travels to New Wilmington for a 1 p.m. kickoff at Harold Burry Stadium against 3-0 Westminster. The Presidents have dominated the all-time series 39-6, including a 48-3 blowout in Washington a year ago, but the teams have evenly split their last 10 matchups. Veteran Titan head coach Scott Benzel previews the big matchup.
They are a complete football team. They are very veteran, very experienced. So for us, I don't think we have the expectations that we're going to go in there and it's going to be an easy game. It's going to be a 60-minute, maybe more. We've got to play extremely well, but the key pivotal thing for us is just play within ourselves.
1-3 Allegheny will look to end a 3-game skid when the Gators host 4-0 Case Western Reserve at Frank Fuhrer Field in Meadville at 1 p.m. Allegheny leads the all-time series against the Spartans 20-10. However, Case has won the previous 4 meetings with Allegheny, including a 42-14 decision in Cleveland in 2023. Second-year Gator head coach Braden Layer talks about keeping his team focused and positive during a difficult stretch of the season.
Yeah, we kind of view it always as a 1-week season and doing whatever we can every single week to put our best effort out there and see if we're ready to compete, especially against the top dogs in this conference. And obviously this week we've got Case Western that, just looking at their film, I find it hard to believe they're not going to be just as good as anybody else in the PAC at the very, very top.
After being off last week, the road gets no easier for 0-3 Bethany, which hosts top 10 nationally ranked and 3-0 Grove City at Bison Stadium at 1 p.m. The series between the longtime PAC foes dates back to 1913, as they will meet for the 78th time on the gridiron. The Wolverines have won the last 5 meetings, with the last Bethany win in the series being a 27-7 final in 2018. Bethany head coach Brandon Robinson talks about his program's approach during last week's bye week.
Well, coming off 2 hard games against Case Western and against Carnegie Mellon, I think we took it as an opportunity to take a step back and really look at our personnel, look at our schemes, and really evaluate who we are. The mindset of focusing on us and focusing on us getting better, I thought we accomplished that.
In other Week 5 PAC action, 1-3 Geneva travels to face 1-3 St. Vincent at Chuck Knoll Field in Latrobe at 1 p.m. It's the 28th meeting between the teams dating back to 1930. The GTs lead the all-time series 17-9-1, but the Bearcats were victorious a year ago in Beaver Falls 28-19. Finally, 4-0 Carnegie Mellon hosts 1-3 Waynesburg under the Gesling Stadium lights in Pittsburgh at 7 p.m. The Tartans hold a 16-5-1 margin in the all-time series against the Yellow Jackets, including a 41-10 road win in 2023. That's all for this edition of the PAC Football Report. Log on to the conference website at www.pacathletics.org all season long for the latest news, scores, statistics, and other league information. You can also follow us on social media via X, Facebook, and Instagram. Links are available at the PAC website. I'm Joe Onderko. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you at the stadium.